I made practice runs down the Skid Row to get ready for my future. Charles Bukowski, here about ride. Imagine gazing into the abyss of your own inner turmoil and desires. What if the secret to personal freedom and authentic living lies not in relentless striving, but in a paradoxical embrace of effortless being? In this episode, we dive into the enigmatic ethos of Charles Bukowski's Don't Try, exploring a philosophy that challenges the very notion of effort in the pursuit of authenticity and fulfillment. Welcome to Pondering Psyche, where we dive deep into psychology, philosophy, and big ideas that make you go, In this episode, we tackle the intriguing contradiction of Charles Bukowski's famous philosophy, Don't Try. Bukowski, an icon of countercultural literature, captured the raw essence of human frailty and resilience in his uncompromising prose. From harsh beginnings to eventual literary stardom, Bukowski distilled a philosophy that seems counterintuitive yet deeply resonant. The free soul is rare, but you know it when you see it. Basically because you feel good, very good, when you are near or with them. Charles Bukowski, Tales of Ordinary Madness. As we peel back the layers of this terse two-word epitaph of Don't Try, we uncover a profound narrative about the nature of effort, creativity, and personal truth. Join us as we explore how letting go of forced efforts can open pathways to more genuine and fulfilling expressions of self. Through Bukowski's lens, we'll explore the fine line between genuine effort and overexertion and how aligning with one's authentic self should never feel like a burden. Why should Bukowski's mantra of Don't Try matter to you? Because it invites us to stop striving to fit molds that aren't ours and to cease chasing goals we don't genuinely want. It's not about apathy, but authenticity. Not about lack of effort, but the liberation from pretense. By embracing this philosophy, you align closer with what naturally drives you, enhancing personal fulfillment and genuine success. So let's delve deeper into how living without forced efforts can transform routine existence into a life filled with passion and purpose, truly lived on your own terms. Understanding Don't Try. Charles Bukowski's provocative mantra, Don't Try, serves as a paradoxical compass for those journeying the chaotic landscapes of self-discovery. It isn't an invitation to laziness or lack of effort, but rather a profound call to pursue life and art with a type of effortless sincerity. At its core, this philosophy champions the essence of uncontrived effort, engaging in work not as something forced upon us unwillingly, but as an act of being true to oneself. Bukowski believed that true creativity and genuine living spring from a state of non-striving, where the individual does not bend to external pressures or chase distant external definitions of success. Instead, this individual engages deeply and honestly with their current day-to-day realities and capacities. For Bukowski, Don't Try was about aligning with one's inherent nature, letting actions and outcomes arise naturally from this congruence, rather than molding oneself to fit societal expectation. Bukowski's life as a canvas. Most people are not ready for death, theirs or anybody else's. Charles Bukowski, the captain, is out for lunch. Born in the former state of Prussia and Weimar, Germany in 1920, German-American poet and novelist Charles Bukowski's early life was marked by significant hardship, including a tumultuous relationship with his abusive father, in addition to struggles with health and poverty. Despite these challenges, he found solace and a sense of purpose in writing, remarking that even his father's abuse helped his writing as he came to understand undeserved pain. "My father was a great literary teacher. He taught me the meaning of pain without reason." Charles Bukowski. Bukowski's early forays into publishing were met with relentless rejection, and that, combined with a newfound love for alcohol, led him to abandon writing for nearly a decade, aimlessly drifting around the United States and eventually spending several years as a postal worker in Los Angeles. "This alcohol is going to help me for a very long time," Charles Bukowski, Ham on Rye. The turning point in Bukowski's life came at the age of 35 after a near-death experience due to a bleeding ulcer, which propelled him to return to writing after what he described as a 10-year drunk. What would follow was 14 years of Bukowski's undeterred persistence and commitment to his craft. His subsequent return to writing marked a prolific period where his experiences, no matter how gritty or somber, were channeled into his work. He turned tragedy into art and over time began to publish several collections of his poems. Finally, at the age of 49, Charles Bukowski quit his post office job to dedicate himself entirely to the craft of writing. This decision wasn't about a desperate grasp for literary fame. Rather, it was Bukowski aligning his life with the essence of his being, a writer through and through. "I have one of two choices: stay in the post office and go crazy, or stay out here and play writer and starve. I have decided to starve." Charles Bukowski. Introduction to Charles Bukowski. Bukowski's persistent return to the typewriter, which he lovingly called his typer, despite decades of rejection, stands as a testament to living authentically. Within a month of leaving his postal job, he completed his first novel, Post Office. Despite persistent rejections, Bukowski's relentless authenticity eventually led him to Black Sparrow Press, where he published most of his subsequent works. Though Bukowski's life was filled with love affairs and challenges, his marriage to Linda Lee Bagley persisted. Years later, in an interview, Linda described Bukowski. "He's one of the most honest and most intelligent human beings I've ever met in my life, and he's one of the most loyal human beings." Bukowski died of leukemia in 1994 at the age of 73, with Linda by his side shortly after completing his last novel, Pulp. His gravestone is famously inscribed with the epitaph, "Don't Try," encapsulating his life's philosophy in 2 words. As we arrive at the midpoint of our exploration into Bukowski's Don't Try philosophy, Pondering Psyche asks that if you're getting value out of discussions like this, that you please like, subscribe, and share this content with others, so we can continue producing explorations of humanity's greatest philosophical, psychological, and intellectual ideas. The fine line between effort and overexertion. There must be a way. Surely there must be a way that we have not yet thought of. Who put this brain inside of me? It cries, it demands, it says that there is a chance. It will not say no. Charles Bukowski, The Pleasures of the Damned, Selected Poems, 1951 to 1993. Charles Bukowski's Don't Try philosophy offers a profound lesson for the modern seeker of one's authentic self, as it examines a fundamental contradiction of modern life, the confusion between. In a culture obsessed with appearances, hustle, and metric, Bukowski invites us to pause and reflect. Why does your dream feel like a burden? His approach challenges the notion that true passion requires relentless exertion. Instead, He suggests that if an endeavor aligns deeply with your core self, it should unfold naturally, almost effortlessly. Bukowski challenges us to reconsider. If a dream consistently drains rather than invigorates, perhaps it's not in true alignment with our deepest selves. This insight invites us to ease our grip, to find a path where our efforts feel more like expressions of authenticity than burdensome toils. Bukowski teaches us that genuine endeavors should not feel like an uphill battle, but rather an extension of our natural self. Applying "don't try" to daily life. Nobody can save you but yourself, and you're worth saving. The war not easily won, but if anything is worth winning, then this is it. Charles Bukowski's Sunlight, Here I Am, Interviews and Encounters. Charles Bukowski's "don't try" philosophy isn't about avoiding effort, but about aligning your actions with what truly resonates with your core being. Bukowski himself was a testament to this. His life and work reflect the grueling yet passionate pursuit of writing, fueled by an authentic connection to his craft rather than a forced quest for success. Based on his life, here are some lessons we can learn. Firstly, recognize that effort aligned with true passion doesn't feel like a burden. Bukowski wrote daily, his prolific output not a chore but a necessity of his nature. Bukowski published more than 1,000 poems, 32 books of poetry, 5 books of short stories, and 6 novels. If you find yourself constantly struggling against your activities, it's worth considering whether they truly align with your intrinsic interests and capabilities. Secondly, understand that setbacks and rejections are part of the process, not a sign to abandon your journey. Bukowski faced decades of rejection before finding his audience. Use these experiences to hone your skills and deepen your resolve. Lastly, distinguish between passion-driven effort and unhealthy obsession. True alignment feels invigorating and fulfilling, not draining. As we conclude our introduction to Bukowski's philosophy of "don't try," remember that this is merely the beginning of a larger exploration into the depths of the psyche. If today's journey into the world of "don't try" has sparked a flame of curiosity within you, let's keep that flame alive by clicking on this video for a deep dive into how viewing the Star Wars saga through the lens of Carl Jung reveals profound insights about the individuation process in which one integrates their shadow and attains inner wholeness.